Okay. Another sticky key incident interrupted that. This might become a problem. Uh, I don't know. It hasn't been a problem until I reach this planet. I think I'm gonna have to go forward with this because I can't see myself adapting at this point to any other key bindings. So, um, we're just gonna move forward with this, and the last video will be an exceptionally small one, I suppose. Sorry about like the inconsistent video lengths, but I do think we're going to move forward with this. Hopefully, this won't be a reoccurring issue. Uh, yeah, I guess we're going to move forward with it, and I am interested in what we have to see here because I just landed on this island that I also just saw thrown into space, and there's absolutely no reason to think that it will stay, on the surface of the water, and it could be thrown up at any time. So I've actually got to move around here because if it gets thrown into the air and I'm on it, and then it lands back in the water, I'm just gonna get smashed against the ground. So, all right, let's. Are you coming toward me? You're very close. You're uncomfortably close. I don't think you're actually coming any closer. I think, well, I guess we'll just kind of explore here, and if I get thrown into, thrown out of the atmosphere, then I get thrown out of the atmosphere. I'm just still boggling about this whole mechanic. It's crazy. Okay. More Nomai writing. We haven't seen any of this in a while. Cassava, this is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. I wonder if that's the structure that we saw in orbit. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are you getting gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Dads, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Are they at like a war or something? If I know my brother Avens and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. So they're launching, I guess they are launching probes rather than like cannons. Or cannonballs. It's a probe cannon. Okay. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting, the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. So they're just launching probes with this thing. Okay. I recognize like the structure, like the braided sort of structure from the debris in orbit. I think this, I feel fairly confident that the stuff that remains around in orbit is what remains of their probe cannon. Okay. Oh, that That one I think is coming closer. Will it make any difference? Okay, we're gonna ride this. Okay. Will it make any difference if I'm standing on a wall for some reason? Oh, that's new. I don't... Okay. Let's find out. Oh. I'm alive. I guess that's what matters. Are you gonna pick us up again? I really can't tell. And the waves bob up and down and stuff too as we kind of settle into the water. Oh, that's amazing. That is just amazing. And apparently I can walk on walls now. Or at least these particular type of walls. I could go underwater, and honestly this feels safer than even swimming. I feel like there's nothing much to see here though. Can I just step off? They will just let me step off, okay. I'm not really sure what this is trying to tell me. Some sort of like blueprint. More of my writing. 12 minutes and 19 seconds ago. Long-range probe cannon successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Oh, that's what it fired. It fired the probe. So the purple thing that gets fired out at the start of every loop, that's the probe. Okay. Alright. Pick up control module projection stone. I have bad news, Avens, from Cassava. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update, Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She feels Idea may feel responsible. I hope I'm not going to be expected to remember these, like, relationships between brothers and spouses and whatnot. Because basically I've already forgotten the names of everybody involved here. There's a Cassava, and a Daz, and an Avens, and a Mallow, and a Privet. Okay, so for some reason the power source didn't work. These Nomai are really good at building things that don't work for one reason or another. Alright, I wonder if I can just... It looks like I can just walk around the top half here. Oh, this is trippy. This is trippy. If we get picked up by a cyclone right now, that would be doubly trippy. immediately obvious. And it sounds like we're coming up on another one. I don't know. Let me grab this. Yep. Oh, here we go. And we are basically in 0G. Okay. I don't know where to go. If I land in the water, let me try this. I'm gonna try landing in the water. So that I don't get... Oh, there's the cannon. Okay. Do not anything. Okay. Oh, wait. It just pulled me down. Okay, come back up, come back up, come back up, come back up. Oh. So we are... I'm alive. I suppose that's what matters. And I don't even know which side of this thing I'm on. We're on this side again, although I can insert this, I suppose, into this and see what's going on. Pick up Brittle Hollow Projection Stone. Cassava. Kanoi, Daz and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one of them somehow sank down beneath the current. Okay. Cassava convinced me not to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? Is this like the electrical shell? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory. That's the second time I think we've heard about this Southern Observatory. I think they have a more sophisticated locator for the Eye of the Universe there as well. And it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I am unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon, and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay. Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but our strengths sank straight through the core. So I'm wondering if they're just going to tell me at the Southern Observatory that jellyfish insulate from electricity. So I wasn't killed by the tornado or smashing myself against the ground when it lands, or by any sort of kraken. I was just killed by just randomly running out of oxygen again. Okay. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. I suppose we can run a little bit longer. It looks like we're only about 14 minutes in. Just because of that whole sticky key situation. Let's head back there. And I need to check the ship's log too, because I want to make sure I'm processing everything that happened. I'm sure this ship's log is going to have to say something to say about some of this. Construction yard. This island is where the Nomai first built the orbital probe cannon. Okay, I kind of gathered that. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. Well, it said that it was because of some sort of power issue. the cannon was not asked to fire. According to a Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Something triggered the probe to fire recently. Okay, and there's more to explore at the construction yard. Okay. What else do we have? We have the ocean depths. The Nomai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath the underwater current? Right. Okay, which they'd previously thought was impossible. Yeah, I bet you it has something to do with the jellyfish. Orbital probe cannon. The Nomai finished building the final module for the orbital probe cannon and set it into orbit around Giant's Deep. Okay. We've checked the construction yard already. The Southern Observatory, another reason to go there. The Nomai decided, yes, the eye signal locator that I was talking about. There are two paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface that lead to the observatory. Okay, I didn't quite parse this last time. One starts at the gravity cannon. Okay. Is that different from an orbital probe cannon? And the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Tower of Quantum Knowledge sounds like it's intriguing. That's definitely something worth exploring if we actually get there. That might be next on the list after we get done with Giant's Deep. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of Giant's Deep that revealed how an object might sink below the strong ocean current. Okay. Yeah, and I think we found that in a different way by discovering the jellyfish just outside of Feldspar's camp. Okay. Okay, so I suppose what we need to know is the takeaways are that there are two different ways to get to the Southern Observatory, and the Southern Observatory explains a way to get into below the current, which I suspect we've already found anyway, through a different method. Okay. Then let's just head right there. I have a theory, and I haven't had a chance to expound on this theory yet, but I wonder, because the first time that I played this game, it took, you know, I checked the YouTube upload length. It took like an hour and 44 minutes for me to actually, until the sun exploded from when I woke up, and ever since then, it's been a lot less. And I'm wondering, because this game includes or implements quantum mechanics, I'm wondering if it also implements relativity. Because in relativity, time kind of slows down when you're in a ship, so it feels like clocks outside of your fast-moving ship are going faster. So that would explain why the run-through in which I barely moved was the one where it took an hour to get to the point where the sun explodes. Although, you know, the flip side of that is we're not going anywhere near the speeds necessary, but of course this is kind of a different take on things. a more like imaginative take on some fun, some scientific concepts. Okay, let's actually come down here and see if we can. Oh, that's an island, but okay, let's get back into landing camera. Okay, and also I gotta make sure not to activate my friggin' sticky keys, which is gonna be another. Okay, this is the one I want. Okay, just make sure I'm pressing enough other buttons other than. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. It's not nice having an extra constraint. Okay, this is funky. Oh, I don't have my. Let me back in. Let me back in. I don't have my spacesuit on. Give me my suit. Okay. That could have been bad. I'm kind of sick of, you know, you'd think after suffocating to death 3 or 4 times, you'd kind of get it ingrained in your head. That's something to avoid. Okay, let's do the Spider-Man here again. Okay. So what did I miss? Probably something on that end, right? Let me just make sure while I'm here there's nothing that I missed. Oh! There's like a whole... another hole here. Hang on. This time it's only been 7 minutes. Okay, so it is, yeah, definitely keeping track of the time since the beginning of the loop. Okay, let's see what you have to say. What is this? A projection stone. So this thing is just like showing a projection, I think, of another place. Control module projection stone. Okay, so this is the control module of something. I'm in space, it seems. That looks like Giant's Deep. So yeah, this looks like this looks like the orbital probe cannon. It looks like I'm in the orbital probe cannon right now. Man, there's a lot to see here. Okay, there's definitely stuff we need to check out once we get there, because I don't think I can. I don't think I can go anywhere. Can I touch this? Can I grab that? It won't let me grab that. Okay. And there was another stone. We need to check out that other stone and see what the orbital probe cannon has to say about it. Oh, we're back in the air. Jeez, I can't. Okay, okay. Same trick. We're gonna fall back in the water. Just chilling out here, you know, in space. Down. And land. And in the water. Oh, that actually worked out really well. For not to get washed away here. Okay, which side are we on? We are on the opposite side, conveniently enough. Who needs this golden path when tornadoes are apparently our most efficient transport system? Okay, let's grab this. What else is on this side? I'm not even sure that we checked everything last time. It's hard to explore a place methodically when you keep getting yeeted out of the atmosphere. Okay, I don't think there's anything. And yeah, I think that's just got us back to where I've already been. So I think that is everything here. Okay, let's see if we can cross back to the other side before the next tornado comes and hits us. And let's see where this projects us to. Yeah. Okay, let's remove this. Set that down. Put this in. Where are we? Those look familiar, but they're the only things that do. Looks like there's some writing over there too. And, of course, another stone. Yeah, I have no idea where this is supposed to be. Hang on, let me take that out, and then put it here, see if it gives us any insights. Yeah, the probe cannon components sink beneath the current. Phenomenon. How could something pass through the current? Oh, that's the Southern Observatory on Brittle Hollow. Constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. Would you kindly explain? Yeah, they talked about the trailheads. But our strength sank straight through the core. Okay. And with that context in mind, let me look at this real quick again. There's supposed to be a model. Well, it definitely... I mean, these two both relate to Giant's Deep. Is this the model that they're talking about? Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with jellyfish. Maybe it's just something to do with their tornadoes. Huh, I'm not sure. 60 seconds, let me get back to the ship. Okay. Spider-Man this. I think... The other thing is, while we're at the ship, we can see if there's anything we missed while we were here. But yeah, it seems like there could be potentially an alternate way to get below the electrical shell around the core. Okay, and we have full oxygen again. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, the construction yard was where it was. For some reason, the Nomai. I feel like we're in space again. Hang on. We're in space again. Okay. Maybe I should hop into the seat. Blast off. And then... Head-landing camera. Just so I don't get... Okay, it's gonna get yeeted again, isn't it? I don't want to be around for that. Okay, if you're gonna... I got almost hit in the noggin with that island falling down. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're safe. Okay. But it does talk about the orbital probe cannon. It doesn't say there's anything else I need to explore at the construction yard, so there is that. I used my projection pool and saw the interior of a space station in orbit around Giants Deep. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm now wondering... I'm now really curious about what's going on here beneath the surface. I'm going to see if we can dive with this thing. It didn't kill our systems when we dove before. And it'll give us some protection. Oh, there's a jellyfish over there. I feel like I'm not making a lot of progress. It's probably because I'm too close to the big tornado. Ow. No. Down. Ugh. Just getting hit with random islands. Why can't... Oh, you know what this is? This is the current. I was thinking about like electrical current, but this is the current here that I can't get past. Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind, it's not gonna let me through it. Okay, so I think there's two separate problems then. I think there's the jellyfish, using the jellyfish to get through the electrical shell. And then there's another problem, which probably has to do with the tornadoes in some way, that could get you past this current. Based on what I saw. We could just go to, or try to go to the Southern Observatory. I want to see, let me try this. Hang on. Okay, we're gonna go into it. We're gonna go into it and see what happens. Okay, let's go. Oh. There we go. It's just not even letting me in at all. Where is my scout? Scout's over there. Okay. Okay, so it's not gonna let me into this big one. Let's see if I can try one of these smaller cyclones. How many islands are there? Oh, I thought that was an island. It was just the sky. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that's definitely pulling it up. It's an interesting path that it's taking here. I'm not too concerned, because if I just get caught by one, I'm just going to get flung out of the system. Yeah. Just like this. Oh, that's a fun little trip. I'm trying to figure out what we can do with these tornadoes that could let us bypass the current. I don't know, I feel like I'm just repeating stuff at this point. So what was different about that particular cyclone, and how? Because that cyclone definitely pushed me down below the current. The question is, what was different about it? So that I can find it next time. And I think the only thing that I can think of is possibly the way it rotates, because these two both look like they're rotating in the opposite direction from this one. So from the bottom, or from below, it rotates clockwise. Okay, the one that rotates clockwise as seen from below. Alright, let's see if we can get into... Okay, we have no more time, so I'm just gonna hit this. Yeah, it's just gonna fry the systems. Okay. That's not gonna let us through. Alright, jellyfish. I choose you. And we got fried by the supernova before we could get fried by our ship. Man, that was a lot to process. That was an episode, for sure. I'm not really sure even... Next time we're gonna have to jump in the jellyfish and dive all the way down. Alright, that's what we'll be doing next. Thank you for watching.